Morning, how's it going? Hope you're having a great day or you're starting your day off with something great. I've got my green juice this morning. Got about a liter of this bad boy. Again, it takes me about half an hour to make this, but it's totally worth it. At some point in the future, I'd love to have a chef that would prepare the juices for me. It would really make my life a lot easier. But in the meantime, it's well worth it to make one of these. So just in case you're wondering what I have in this today, a whole bunch of kale, a whole thing of celery, so however many palms of celery that would be, one apple, one carrot, one tomato, and a whole thing of parsley, about an inch cube of ginger, and a whole lemon. So the juice of a whole lemon, and this has given me about a liter. I've already drank about a third of it, and I gave some obviously to Amy as well. So it gave us a good amount of juice, about a liter and a half of green juice. So that's a great way to start the day. It's actually a great way to have to refresh yourself and nourish yourself at any point of the day. So yesterday we took Oscar to the zoo. It was his first trip to the zoo, which was pretty fun. You know, he really enjoyed. He loves animals, like a lot of us do. So he was. It was cool to see him interact with, oh my god, like elephants and rhinoceroses and all that good stuff. So, anyways, today's video is all about the FAQ Friday stuff that we normally do on Fridays. So I've got 3 questions. Actually, 2 of them are pretty much combined into one, and the other one has to do with a recipe that I have for you. So this week we were talking about kettlebells. Did a couple videos with my buddy Chris Lopez, and we were showing some videos out of my backyard about how to do the kettlebell swings, how to do press, proper technique, and just a couple questions that I've had on the blog and on Facebook about this. So I just wanted to clarify this, and just in case you're wondering, the first one is, if you're already using dumbbells, what's the point of using kettlebells? Well, I'm a huge believer in kettlebells, and I've said this many times where, if I only had one thing to choose from in terms of an exercise or some type of tool, it would definitely be a kettlebell because it's so versatile. You can do so many things with it. If you don't have a kettlebell, you can actually use dumbbells as well to do dumbbell swings. So you'd actually hold the top part of the dumbbell, you wouldn't hold the handle, and you just allow the dumbbell to swing like the kettlebell would. We specifically had a question where someone was asking, if you already have a set of dumbbells, is there a point to getting a kettlebell? Well, again, it depends on if you want to invest in a kettlebell. I have 2 kettlebells myself. One's 18 kilograms, one's 24 kilograms. I use them all the time. I'm just looking at them right now, actually, beside my desk. We also have a set of dumbbells, which are only 12 pounds, which is obviously not a lot. So for me, instead of investing in several sets of dumbbells, whereby you're going to be paying about $1 to $1.50 per pound. Okay, so if you bought 2 20-pound weights, that's a total poundage of 40 pounds. You're looking at about $40 to $55 just for the 20s. Okay, if you want to get 25s, you're adding an extra, so it can really add up quickly if you're getting dumbbells. A kettlebell, an 18-kilogram kettlebell, I don't really remember the prices, but I would say you're looking at about $150 to $200 for 2 heavier kettlebells, and you can get so much done, full body exercises, with just really one kettlebell in most cases. You don't have to get 2. So that's my feeling. I believe that if you don't want to spend money on dumbbells, you don't have to. If you have a chin-up bar and a kettlebell, you can get a lot done. Believe me, between bodyweight stuff and obviously for the pulling movements with the pull-up bar and a kettlebell, you can be really, really, really strong in rips just with that minimal equipment. So that's what I think, and obviously a stability ball is helpful too. So what about an ideal starting weight? So a lot of you have been asking, okay, where do I start with the kettlebell in terms of weight? Chris mentioned this in the video where he usually suggests his clients start off with about 8 kilograms. And again, if you've never used kettlebells, or if you're new to strength training, or if you're not very strong, again, you definitely want to start on the lighter side as you would with a dumbbell. So if you have access to a gym and your gym has kettlebells, start with the lightest one. Just go through a couple kettlebell swings, maybe do a press workout, and see how the lightest weight feels for you. If it's too light, then obviously you can move up. And thankfully at the gym I work at, one of the good things that it does have is a lot of kettlebells. So it has really, I think, starting at about 8 kilograms, working all the way up to about 28 kilograms. So it's a really, really nice gradient of different options. So if you have access to a gym and the gym has kettlebells, try the kettlebells out there. If not, go to a store that supplies kettlebells. Try the kettlebells out there before you decide to buy one, because obviously if you buy a kettlebell, you're going to pay for shipping and handling if you're getting it shipped to you, and you want to make sure that it's the right weight. But again, always start on the lighter side. For me, I obviously was, when I bought the kettlebells, I basically went into good detail about my strength and my experience with respect to, what would be a good weight for me. And it seemed that based on what I was needing, because at the time, 18 and 24 kilograms seemed to be the good kind of happy medium for a lot of different exercises for me. So you need to find that for yourself and kind of work from there. All right, so the third question is, I was sharing the video from last weekend where I was out on the boat with again, my buddy Chris and Dean and Eric Wong, whose wife is Helen from the Dessert Angel, and and he had prepared, or he brought some muffins. He didn't prepare them, obviously. Helen did, right? So he brought the muffins out on the boat, and we had an amazing, healthy lunch out there. It was great. So no, we didn't catch any fish, for those of you who are wondering, but we did have some really healthy food. So our buddy Dr. Isaac Jones brought out some really good raw lasagna. Eric obviously brought the muffins and those peanut butter truffles, which were amazing. So a lot of you have been asking about the muffins, and I'm telling you, these muffins are like the best muffins I've ever had. They're amazing, and they're really actually cupcakes, because with the icing, I guess a muffin becomes a cupcake when you put the icing on top, right? So below this video, I've actually posted the recipe. If you're on YouTube and you're not on the blog, click the link below to go to the blog, and the recipe will be on the blog. If you're on the blog, the recipe is below. But I'm just going to really run through it really quickly. I'm not going to talk about the portion sizes, just the ingredients very quickly. So the muffin recipe itself, we're looking at ground almonds, honey, coconut oil, a zest of lemon, coconut milk, and vanilla extract. I mean, it's awesome, right? Oh, sorry, that was the frosting. My bad. That makes a lot more sense. The ingredients to the muffin itself, we're looking at navy beans, eggs. Again, if you don't want to use eggs, if you want to go completely vegan for these, I would suggest using tapioca starch, which you can find pretty much in most grocery stores. It looks like baking powder or baking soda. It's a white chalky kind of thing, and it's a good substitute to using eggs. So that's what I use quite a bit. You just have to use a little bit more of it to replace 3 eggs. I don't know what the conversion would be. I don't know if it's like 1 cup to 3 eggs. I'm not sure, but try that out. So just, anyways, going back to this recipe, so navy beans, eggs, a pinch of stevia, vanilla extract, juice of half a lemon, lemon zest, coconut oil, shredded coconuts, baking soda, apple cider vinegar. So great ingredients, right? That's why I really enjoy the Dessert Angel recipe, guys. So if you have a copy, you'll know what I'm talking about. The recipes are amazing. If not, then again, I'll post a link below so you can grab a copy. So again, the recipe's below. Enjoy it. It's a long weekend here in Canada this weekend, so if you're out with friends, if you're celebrating a long weekend, have a great weekend. And I'm also going to be shooting a video of me doing one of Chris's kettlebell workouts. So stay tuned for that. I'll probably send it out on Sunday. We'll see. So stay tuned to your email for that. I'll send it out, and you'll get to see me in my backyard going through one of his kettlebell workouts, and we'll see what kind of damage I can do to myself. So that's all for today. Hope you have a great Friday, and we'll talk to you over the weekend.